Hello, my name is Don with Dynamo Services. I have a lawn and landscaping business located in Virginia. And today I want to talk about the lawn and landscaping business. Now, first of all, I want to come out and tell you that I do not know everything. I have been doing this for quite a while, but I don't know everything. And everything that I'm about to tell you is just based off of my opinions and my situations from me growing my lawn care business. Now, let me give you a little background about me. I started mowing grass when I was 12 years old. Started with a push mower walking down the street, okay? Then I got a little riding lawn mower. Then I eventually, when I was able to drive, I got a zero turn mower and I just started, taking those steps. Then I moved down to Florida. I did it down in Florida for about 5 years and it didn't work out too good. So I moved back up to Virginia. I got a full-time job and then I started my lawn care business back up about 6 years ago. Now, you can either start your business up two ways, okay? The best way is starting with the equipment that you already have or spending as little money as you can. Spending as little bit of money as you can to test out the market and to see if you like this business. Because if you're trying to watch somebody that's going to tell you that, you're going to love this business and become rich overnight or even rich in a couple years, they're fooling you. They're filling your head with a bunch of lies, okay? Because this business is very hard, very stressful. Very, very, okay? And that's one thing you want to consider. And if you have a family, you also have that burden on you as well. And I guarantee you that, in my situation, if you have a business, it's going to hurt your family at some point, okay? At some point, unless your wife or your significant other is definitely with you, building your business with you, working with you, then it's not going to work out, okay? Because there's just different mindsets and different stages, okay? Let me get that out there, okay? So, and why I say that is because of this, guys. When the season comes, there's a tremendous amount of work, okay? If you know what you're doing, if you know how to advertise, it's an endless amount of work, okay? You can start from 7 and you can stop at 8 o'clock at night, 5 days a week if you wanted to, okay? But you need to have a system in place and, you need to know how to advertise, but, there's a tremendous amount of work out there. And, what happens is you spend too much time onto your business and trying to build it that it reflects your relationship with that other person. I know this because I've been in that situation. In fact, I'm in that situation now. But if you're in a different situation, if your significant other works with you and builds that business with you, it could turn out different. But everybody has different situations. So I'm going to talk about starting the best way I think to start the lawn care business is you want to start with the equipment that you already have, or you want to start with as little bit of money as possible, okay, until you can transition yourself into better equipment. Or you can do the second option, which is the bad option, I think, in my opinion. You can go out and buy a new mower, you can buy a new truck, and you can buy you can buy a trailer, and you can hopefully become successful at this business. But it's going to probably not work out good because you're going to be working not only to support yourself and your family and your own bills, you're also going to have to work in order to just pay for your truck, your equipment, and everything else, okay? So, when you start with nothing and when you have cash on hand, I'm talking about starting with a push mower, okay? That's all you need, okay? Start with nothing until you're able to get a few customers and gradually build your business. So, if you're like me, you have a full-time job and you're thinking about starting a lawn care business and you want to start your business on the side. You want to start it on your free time and focus your time on your business, on your free time, okay? And you want to keep your full-time job, okay? Then once when you get a few customers, once when you get some cash flowing, you want to take that full-time job and get a part-time job and focus more time onto your business. And you focus more time, and that ends up you gaining more customers. And then you start gaining some more equipment, and then eventually you quit that job and just solely commit to the lawn and landscaping business. Okay. So, I mean, that's my spoke on things on how I would start. Okay, anybody can tell you how to start, but there's two ways to start. You can start in debt, or you can start with cash on hand, debt free. And I think the best way to do it is debt free, because I'll tell you this: in the winter time when there's not that much work going around, and if you have a few payments on a lawnmower, a truck, and a trailer, it's going to be costly. Okay, I mean, if you have a family, and if you have these bills, these equipment bills, you're going to be extremely stressed out. Okay, so so that's how you would start. And I mean, I think that I would, if you're watching this channel, I'm trying to tell you what to do. This is for the person that's been doing their lawn care business for 1 or 2 years that's trying to get to the next step. Okay. First of all, you need to know and you need to understand the customer is always right. Okay. Know that. Okay. Keep that in your head. You never want to fight with the customer. You never want to disagree with the customer. And you don't want to screw over a customer, because eventually, if you stick with the lawn and landscaping business, you're eventually going to become on the internet, okay? The internet, like I told you before, having my website was the best thing I ever did, was the best investment I have made, was doing my website, okay? Yes, it's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, that's why if you're thinking about starting a website, you need to do it now. Okay, because the truth is, this is the absolute truth. It's going to take about it took me 6 months in order for me to get any kind of return on my website. I mean, I didn't make $1 off of my website until 6 months later. Okay, but at this time, now that I'm already there and I am on page 1, number 1, I mean, you can look it up. I mean, I'm right there, bud. Right on page number. I mean, and let me get this out there. Yes, you don't need a website. Okay, you don't. I mean, but a website is a tool that's going to help you. And the only people that are telling you not to get a website are the people that, yes, they probably have a website, but it's not that good, and they're not on the first page of Google. Okay, that's why they're telling you that. Because if they were on the first page of Google, they would know that the website is the best investment ever made. Okay, they would know that. They would tell you that. And I'm here to tell you that doing my website was the best money I have ever spent. Okay. And at first I wasn't happy because I thought it was going to happen overnight. No, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes quite a little bit of time. That's why you need to start now. You need to start now. You need to build that website, or have it professionally made. And that's what I would do. I would have it professionally made. Not unless, because the people that are telling you not to get a website, like I told you, are the people that built their own websites and they don't rank good on Google. That's the people that are telling you this. Because if they were like me, and if they're page 1, number 1, they would straight up tell you that the website is the best investment and is something that you need to do. Okay? They would tell you that. The only people that are telling you that are people that are having no returns. Okay? In fact, like I was saying, it took me 6 months in order for me to receive any sort of income off of that website. So at first, I spent a lot of money on my website, okay? I spent a lot of money. And at first, I was very disappointed because it was not working. And I thought to myself, I could have used that money into other business marketing tools that I know that will work, you know. But I put that money into something that's not working. I'm not getting any money. But then a year and a half later, it's the best investment I ever made. Okay. So you don't want to, like I told you, you do not want to disagree with the customer, because if you disagree with a customer, it's very easy for somebody to slander you over the internet. It's very, very easy, okay, to put a bad name on yourself. And you do not want that. You do not want a bad name, okay? You can, yes, there may be a problem, okay, but you should definitely try to solve that problem to the best of your ability, okay? That's the only thing that you can do. Yes, problems occur, but you need to solve those problems, to the best of your ability in order to make that customer happy, for them not to slander you. Because, see, if you just have one bad review, it makes you look bad. It makes you look bad just with one bad review. You want multiple good reviews. Okay, that's what makes you stand out. That's what makes you get a tremendous amount of work. So and I can tell you, I mean, you can ask Jay Yorty himself. He knows all about me. Okay, and when at first I wasn't happy, but now I would highly recommend it. Okay, so the customer is always right. You need to know that, and you need to do whatever you can to the best of your ability to not say anything stupid, okay? To not, you just want to, you don't want to have any kind of political opinions over the internet or anything. I mean, I wouldn't post anything over the internet politically. I wouldn't base any kind of opinions unless it's about your lawn care business, okay? I mean, that's me, okay? Because people have different opinions on things. In fact, I watched this guy that said that he had a lawn and landscaping business. I don't know what but I know it was lawn care. And he said something about killing cops, about how he is happy that that all these cops got killed. You know what happened? I looked on that guy's page, and he had he was one. That was his ranking. He was at star number one. He had like 300 dislikes and 300 people putting bad things about him, okay, onto his Facebook page. Okay, that guy is done with. He's done. Okay, you don't want to. The only thing you want to say over the internet that has anything to do with your business is about, I wouldn't talk about anything but your lawn care business. That's all I would talk about. That's it. Okay? So, the customer is always right. We got that. And another thing, you want to have a system in place in order to run a successful lawn, landscaping, plumbing, electric business, electric business. They have a system in place. They have a price range in place, and they have a customer base in place, and they have payment lines in place, and how they collect money in place. There needs to be some sort of system or formula that you obey by. For instance, let me give you an example. I make all my residential customers prepay. Okay, they prepay by the month. Okay, so I make them all prepay, and that's just what I do. I started doing it a couple years back, and I know you may think that that's something not good to do. It's something that a lot of people wouldn't do. Yes, okay. If you're just starting out, you probably can't do that. But if you get a website and if you get multiple good reviews, okay, then what's going to happen is it's going to give that customer that you're asking for prepayment, it's going to give them a sense of ensure, they're going to be more comfortable about that. Because like if you were trying to rip people off, you would have bad, you would have bad comments on your Facebook page or on your Google page. You would have negative reviews, people saying negative things about you, and that's just what you have to explain to these customers. Okay, is that you're not out to rip people off. This is just something that you do in order to get paid. And there's another philosophy behind why I make all my residential customers prepay. The other philosophy is that I am more in charge, okay? Because that customer is prepaying for the month, they cannot call me up on Friday and tell me not to cut their grass. Because, see, they're not thinking about it. That bill is already paid for. And you really can't go for a whole month without cutting your grass. Yes, you can go a week, you can go 2 weeks, but you just can't go for a month without, cutting your grass. If that's what people want to do, then I wouldn't have them as a customer. Okay, so you need to have a system in place. I mean, like for instance, a payment system. I have that in place. That's a guideline. I do not. If somebody calls me and if they do not want to prepay by the month, then they can pay for the one-time cut fee, and that's it. Okay, and we'll get into the one-time cut thing on another video. But I will tell you this: the people that do not do one-time cuts, in my opinion, are people that are very, they don't think, they're not, they don't know what they're doing. Because believe it or not, one-time cuts can be very lucrative if you know how to charge and if you have a system in place. Because I'll tell you this, I only, my one-time cut fee starts at $100. It doesn't matter if, it doesn't matter if how small their yard is. I mean, I already know that the grass is going to be high. I mean, I already know all these things because I've been doing this for so many years that, and believe it or not, I only get about 10% of people that don't want to pay that $100. I mean, so that means 90% of the people that call me for a one-time cut is willing to pay that $100 fee. And that's where it starts at. It's $100, okay? They're willing to pay that fee, okay, 90% of the time. Okay, because there's a reasoning behind that. And the reasoning is, see, they're in some sort of situation. Maybe their lawnmower broke, or maybe they have people coming over for a party, or, they're in some sort of spot. They need their grass cut now, and in order for me to cut your grass now, it needs to be a premium price, okay? And those are the kind of people that's going to call you for a one-time cut, are people that need it now, okay? So, the pricing structure, like I said in the other video, I would have a pricing structure from a starting price where you can give that customer based off of your area. You already know you can give that customer some sort of price range, so that customer so you don't have to go out and talk to somebody that's looking for the cheapest person. Okay, and it saves a lot of time, and it saves a lot of it also saves a lot of money because you're not driving around. And I will tell you this: if you get a call from somebody that tells you if you give them a good price, they will give you more work and have you do more stuff at another time, at another date. Okay, that's what they generally say. If you help me out, I can let you do this and this and this, and you'll be working for me forever. Okay, don't believe all that. Okay, you need to have a system in place. Okay, because 99% of the time you're not going to hear from that customer ever again, because they think in their head if they tell you that, then you'll give them a better price. Okay, so you want to have a system in place, and you want to like I said, you really don't start making money in this business until you I mean, it takes a few years, because there's a reasoning behind that. Okay, the reason why it takes a little bit of time is because when you're first starting out, you don't own all the equipment that it takes to do all the jobs that are going to call you for. I mean, you're not going to own everything, okay? But over time, you'll eventually own everything. You'll eventually, when you start getting phone calls, people will, because you own all the equipment, there's less work that you can turn down. Okay, so I don't know. This video is getting pretty long. I just want to tell you that, I mean, the way I think and my opinions are different than other people's opinions, and I'll talk to you in the next episode. Thank you.